Right then, lads, welcome back to the channel. These are the 6 things we learned from Arsenal 0, Southampton 1 at the St. Mary's Stadium. And I'm gonna say this, lads. I've done this a little bit calm. I hope I'm right, and I hope I'm not really angry. Number 1, Thomas Partey is all for Arsenal. No Partey, no Arsenal, no Partey, no Partey at Arsenal. Look. I think I've already said this, and we saw it in that Southampton game, we saw it in the Crystal Palace game, and we saw it in the Brighton game. Arsenal's offensive side of the game depends so much on Thomas Partey, and sadly, our defensive part of the game also depends so much on Thomas Partey. When Partey is in our games, we lose we lose less of them, and we win more. When Partey is in our games, we concede less, and we score more. When Partey is in our games, everything is right. We pass more, we possess better, and everything, and we always have that cutting edge in the final third. I think what Partey does, and many Arsenal fans, I think now we've seen it, Partey makes many players around him so good. For example, he makes Granit Xhaka an absolute world-class player. Honestly, the truth is Xhaka is not a world-class player. Xhaka is not a very, very good player. But with Thomas Partey in that side, he just brings that kind of and he's just got that kind of influence around him. And without Partey in the last 2 games, we've seen it. Arsenal is always absolute shit. In that game against Crystal Palace, he was really, really underfit. I think he had played so many games for Ghana, and overall he picked up a knock. And actually, it's not a knock. It's a big injury in the thigh area that could actually see him, out for the season. And I think this is where Arsenal have got it. I've got to be worried if Partey is out for the rest of the season. Look at the games we have, and just cry for us. Cry before we meet Chelsea, because in our next games we have Chelsea, we have Manchester United, West Ham, Leeds, Newcastle. It's over for me. It's absolutely over for Arsenal. Newcastle are struggling for their life, and they look clear, but they've been absolutely good. They've been on fire, so I don't think we'll beat them. Manchester United, I think that will be a draw. Chelsea, we could lose that. West Ham, probably a draw, and of course we have Spurs as well. I thought that Spurs game would actually mean a lot, but without Thomas Partey, I doubt we could even beat the likes of Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg and Rodrigo Bentancur in that midfield for Spurs. I think it's absolutely over. So Thomas Partey, lads, in the summer, I think what we need to do is go out in the market and try to look for someone who possesses the qualities of Thomas Partey. Probably Ruben Neves, probably anyone. Bissouma is there, and we've always been speaking about Bissouma in January. In the summer, we said it. Go get Bissouma. He's a good player. He's got the quality, and Arsenal were not listening. So Partey, for me, lads, in those 3 games, and this is a 6 things we learned series that is combining 3 games. So be alert. That is number 1. If with no Partey, Arsenal cannot do anything. And number 2, I've also noticed that our identity, playing style, and structure, it's gone. It's absolutely gone. And this is where I'm mad at Mikel Arteta. He has blindfolded us, and he's told us, look, this is how we're going to play. This is our system. This is our identity. And this is our starting lineup. And then just one player getting injured, 2 players getting injured, he's already tampered with the starting lineup. He's already lost the structure. He's already lost the identity. And I personally don't get it. If Xhaka, if Kieran Tierney is actually injured, then why does Xhaka have to go to left back? Personally, I thought it would be a very, very good idea. But as manager, I thought he would stick to his plan. I thought he would stick to his identity and structure. He is not. But if you notice that Southampton game, we never tried to we had possession all the time, but we never tried to break through the lines. We never tried to create anything out of open play. What we are trying to do is we're trying to knock the ball into the penalty area, waiting for Eddie Nketiah, waiting for someone to get at to the end of it, and hoping that they would score. Eddie Nketiah, honestly, I don't even blame him, because he was working so hard in that game. And whole season, I mean, we treated him like he was anonymous. How dare we just come out and say, now Eddie, you're important to us, come in and give us something in this game. So I thought that was absolutely off as well. Number 3, I think the players have given up. I don't know what you would think about this, but it looks like Arsenal players have absolutely given up on the top four hopes, and they have crumbled. They're broken. They literally seem broken because look. Before these 3 games, we had beaten Aston Villa 1-0, and remember, after before beating Villa, we were coming off the back of a loss against Liverpool. I think was it 2-0, Jota scoring, and Bobby Firmino. But apart from that, right? Apart from that loss, we came back against Aston Villa. We won it very well, and we went into the international break. After the international break, we come back. We lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park. That was the end. These players are now playing like there is nothing to play for. They're playing like there is nothing to believe in. They're playing like everything. They're playing like this, like we are sitting 8th on the table, and there is nothing to gain and there is nothing to lose. Come on, Arsenal players. Come on, Arsenalites. We have something to fight for. We have something to lose. We have the Champions League to go to. We have the Europa League to fight for if we don't go to the UEFA Champions League. We have so many things to fight for. But there is no heart. There is no zeal. You don't see that urgency in our play. You looked at it. It was so slow. And look, the moment you have it so slow, you're literally playing into the hands of a team that is playing a low block. You don't break down a low block if you're playing that slow, because what a team needs to do. Brighton did it and Southampton did it yesterday. They just need to stay in their shape. They just need to stay in the structure and then move it, side to side, swing it side to side, because you're playing at a very, very slow pace. It is easy for them to swing to the left, swing to the right, then position it in the middle, and you cannot break them. And I thought that is what Arsenal, got wrong. But then I also saw that we are literally getting tired. We are becoming, tired. We're also becoming exhausted, and the players seem like they have absolutely given up. I don't know how Mikel is going to do this. I mean, it could be man management. It could be anything. There hasn't. I don't think there is anything to motivate these Arsenal players, especially in the games that we are going into. You need psychological strength. You need that emotional strength against, Chelsea, United, Spurs. You need a lot of emotional firepower, and I don't think we have it. So I saw that as a huge point there as well. Number 4 is the issue of a striker. We've spoken about this all the time, and what more is there for us to say? What else should we say about Arsenal getting in a striker? We've already said that Arsenal, at any point in time, if we are going to do anything sensible, if you're going to do anything useful, Arsenal need to buy in a striker. We failed to do that. We've always been so dull in front of goal. Throughout the whole season, with Aubameyang, with Lacazette, with Edin Nketiah, nothing's changing. We are very, very dull. And yesterday I saw Mikel Arteta, desperately trying to throw on around, 3 players. Told Emile Smith-Rowe to go in there. Told Pepe to go in there. Told Edin Nketiah to go in there. And there was nothing, really working out. Let me tell you, lads. Yesterday I was watching Juve draw against Bologna 1-1, and guess who scored the goal? Dusan Vlahovic. And it was a typical number 9 goal, because if you look at how the goal came about, I think it was kind of a corner situation, and then Alvaro Morata volleys the ball into the far post, and who else is there to meet it apart from Dusan Vlahovic? He's I think even if it's not Dusan Vlahovic, you need a striker. You need a big gun. You need a gunman up top. Arsenal do not have that. I don't think we're going to get a gunman up very soon, unless apart from the summer. So I thought the striker is a big issue. It has cost us top 4 yet again. Number 5, January. I mean, we saw that, lads. January has come back to bite us. We spoke about it already. We've spoken about it already. Get a striker, get a midfielder, get reinforcements in January. We weakened the squad. We loaned out some of the players we had. The squad became thin, narrow, weak, and we are paying for it. And finally, top 4 for me is gone, lads. If I look at the games that we we are remaining with. Top four is gone, and I just hope now Arsenal fans, Arsenal players can agree and come to terms that top four is gone. Stop fighting these battles that don't mean anything. Like, stop it already. Top four is gone. Play your football. Try to get us into Europa League. Try to get us into a good position in the league, and maybe we can start from there next season. But anyway, those are the six things I thought meant in that game.